adjust that. Okay, much better. Alright guys, welcome back to another MLB The Show 21 stream here on Twitch. I'm next JG Gen 24, and today we're gonna be back trying to play some MLB The Show by taking on the Conquest map that's a part of the 11th inning program. So as you guys know, I mean, if you haven't known at this point, you're either picking this up for the first time since the 10th inning program ended, or, you know, whatever, but the 11th inning program is out. It's known as the Forever program. So this is the last program that we are going to get this year. That's it. No more. This is basically going all the way. You know, I mean, look at this. Look at this. We're going all the way to freaking 2 million XP for this program. And you basically get 100,000 stubs as well as 5 holiday packs, which means you get Bryce Harper 5 times if you didn't get him when he was available for around the holidays. So you have that, but you also have the inning bosses in this as well. So you can see here straight from the first inning all the way up until you get to Albert Pujols, which is at 1.5 million. That's what you get. So it may seem like a lot, and you know you're probably thinking, "Oh my God, are we even gonna have time for this?" Yeah, there's going to be lots of time for this because you can basically do this at some point. What's up, Shock? How you doing? Hey, hold on here. Hold on for a second, Shock. Hold on. _ Shock 27. There we go. There's a nice little shout out for you, Shock. How you doing, man? How you doing? It's been a while. It has been a while. It's definitely a lot, but you know, we have some great ways of being able to get this program done, such as just collecting Albert Pujols. You do that, you get 30,000 XP right there, which is what you see I've already done. So I've already opened up some of these packs already. No big deal. I also did some of the daily missions, which I can't do right now. So now that's why I'm doing the Happy New Year Conquest map. Yeah, well, Shaq, and I'll explain as to why that happened. My work schedule has been basically crazy as hell. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. My work schedule has been crazy. You know, unfortunately, I can't help it because, for one thing, it was the holidays. You know, it happens. People go on vacation. People, you know, travel and all that. But what also really screwed the coworkers, and some of them are still testing positive for COVID. Okay, road. Okay. Steal 2 million fans. So really all I need to do is just steal 2 million fans. Okay. I think I can do that. Yeah, but with all my coworkers testing positive for COVID, that meant that full-timers like myself had to step up and do extra shifts here and there. So that's why last week was completely crazy. I mean, you had 2 days. I had the first 2 days doing. The first 2 days I was doing. Exactly. Shock. I have made this clear from day one that I've been streaming. Mainly because I knew it was going to eventually happen to me. But, I mean, life happens. I have been saying that to any streamer, or to any viewer that has come in here, whether they're new or they're returning, been with me since day one or whatever. I have been saying that life happens. So I understand when viewers cannot come in. I understand if they can't come in on a consistent basis. But with that being said, I would hope that you guys have the same expectations from me, because Rez, what's up, Rez? Good to see you. Hey, hold on, man. Let me give you a shout out here. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'm just giving a little shout out here to Rez. Let's go. How you doing, Rez? Hey, I've been meaning to check out some of your streams. I've been doing all right. A little crazy with my work and everything. I was just explaining to Shock here that my whole schedule for the last week has been absolutely crazy. The first 2 days I was doing a morning shift and I was training someone. So in addition to doing my responsibilities for what I do, I also had to train someone on those responsibilities and explain to them why it is that they have those responsibilities. Oh, I'm not done yet, dude. Not done yet. So one of those days, actually Tuesday, I ended up having to stay an extra 3 hours because our afternoon coworker called out, and so I had to stay an extra 3 hours, completely unaware that I had to do that, but they asked me, so I did that. Then Wednesday, Wednesday was an afternoon shift to avoid doing a 12-hour shift, so that's why I didn't stream. That's why I didn't stream then. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday were all overnight shifts. I was working basically from 10:30 at night to 6:30 in the morning, up until Saturday, where Saturday became 6:30 in the evening to 6:30 at night, or 6:30 in the morning. So I have literally worked the rainbow when it comes to shifts. But that's what happens when my coworkers ended up testing positive for COVID. Yeah, it is pretty messed up, Rez. It is so beyond messed up. I mean, even Monday morning, I did not sleep at all Sunday night, because I was so exhausted after I got home from my shift that I didn't wake up until it was freaking 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. So, and that completely screwed me for yesterday, because yesterday I had to work the morning shift. So my whole sleep schedule was off, and by the time I was done with it, I ended up falling asleep. No, listen, I don't blame it either. It's just like, I had hoped that the craziness of this schedule wouldn't have gotten to me like it did. And I understand that with my work, there was nothing they could do about it. I mean, people were getting sick, unfortunately. That's nothing that I could control. Nothing. But with that being said, if I didn't step up like I did, the company would be in really bad shape. And not only that, but someone would have to work a lot more hours than I would have. if I didn't step up. Because it also just so happened that at the same time we didn't have one of our PAs because or we didn't have one of our coworkers because he went on vacation on a cruise ship. And God bless him, he deserves that and everything. But like that left us insanely short-staffed when we were already short-staffed. So it's been absolutely crazy. What kind of food you order, Shock? What you got going? Hopefully something delicious. It is chaos. It is so much chaos, Rez. Hopefully, but now we're pizza and wings. I could go for pizza, not so much a wings guy, unless, what kind of wings are they? Are they boneless wings or boned? Yes, Rez, it actually does. Yes, I'm a big NASCAR guy, and my birthday coincides with the Daytona 500. So, and my dad, well, first of all, I'm actually named after two people. All right, thanks, Shock. I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming in, man. Enjoy those pizza and wings. That sounds like an absolutely delicious dinner. But are they boneless or boned? And then what kind of flavoring wings do we have? Are we talking barbecued? Are we talking buffalo? Are we talking regular wings? The world may never know. I was massive that I still pay attention to it. Jeff Gordon was my favorite driver as a kid, and after I haven't have a... Okay. I actually found my favorite driver to root for in, and this might be a little iffy of me, but for me, Joey Logano really impressed me when he was coming up through the Nationwide series, and he was driving for Joe Gibbs, and also the fact that he had GameStop as his sponsor really helped out as well. So after Jeff retired, I knew Joey was going to be my main driver. But I also root for guys like Martin Truex Jr. because I'm from New Jersey. So, you know, Truex. I also root for Chase Elliott because he was the heir to Jeff's ride. And then, of course, Kyle Larson as well because he is such a swell guy. Like, really. He is super, super talented, but Kyle Larson is the most humble, down-to-earth guy I think I've ever met. Your best friend is a Logano fan? Oh, boy. I hope he doesn't get too much flack from you. No, but look, a lot of people, I think, underestimate how... Logano is a good driver. I think people don't appreciate the fact how fan-friendly he is. He's like Kyle Larson. You like Blaney? Nope. Yeah, Ryan Blaney's a good one, too. He even was sporting that Jeff Gordon mustache for a very long time. I don't bother him too much. Yeah, well, now he's the lead guy at Penske Racing. Now that Brad Keselowski decided to go over to Roush Fenway and basically be part team owner, or team owner driver like Tony Stewart. Which, I mean, hey, I think we need more of those guys. I think NASCAR could really benefit from these guys like Brad Keselowski, like Jimmy Johnson, and some people may hate to say it, but Kyle Busch would be really good to be starting a Cup Series team. You know? If we could get more drivers like that, that's just more opportunities for guys to be able to compete at the Cup level. And I think we should be doing that. Giving more drivers a chance to be able to prove themselves. And these guys have the money for it. I know they do. You can't tell me that Kyle Busch, as a two-time champion of the Cup Series, is not loaded. You can't tell me that. Denny Hamlin hasn't even won a NASCAR championship, yet he started 23XI racing with Michael Jordan. And right now they have two cars, 23XI racing and freaking Kurt Busch as well. So it's not like these guys are not well-known drivers. Are they the top guys? No, but are they? But they're guys that certainly aren't going to run at the back of the pack for most of the time. More of those guys, because it might sound sad, but a lot of I got Jack Roush too. Yeah, exactly. You know, Penske's up there, freaking Hendrick's up there, Joe Gibbs is up there. Roush is up there. Petty's even up there. You know, all these guys, all these team owners, they're not exactly spring chickens, unfortunately. You know, unfortunately, their time is going to come. Now, granted, I think Hendrick Motorsports is going to be in a more... It's going to be in a better position, because it seems like Jeff Gordon is going to take over Hendrick Motorsports when Rick either decides to retire or he passes away. So, yeah, but absolutely, guys like Kyle Busch, guys like Brad Keselowski, all those guys could really benefit the sport by owning their own teams or buying majority stakes in teams. You know, you don't have to be like, you don't have to own your own team exactly, but you can do what Tony Stewart did. You can do what Brad Keselowski did, and you know, continue to build up for the future. That's ultimately what's gonna keep this sport going. Is if the drivers that are currently running that can at least afford it, they start more teams. But I think we're already in that. I think we're starting to see that process more and more. I mean, Kyle Busch already owns his own teams in both the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series. So there's no issue there. And then Stuart Haas, I mentioned, he has a Cup team and an Xfinity Series team. But I think it's also cool whenever we can get outside people or people outside of NASCAR to start teams like Trackhouse Racing. Did you ever think that Pitbull would ever own a NASCAR team? I mean, granted, he's probably more the money man for the team, and really just makes appearances here and there for NASCAR. But you know, Pitbull being an owner in NASCAR is a really big deal. Jordan is an owner in NASCAR. I mean, I didn't even know he was a fan of NASCAR. But apparently he said he grew up watching NASCAR, being from North Carolina and everything. And of course I don't have anyone up and warming, so it looks like I'm going to have to pitch with Soto and either try to get out of this inning or hope that I don't do that enough damage isn't done, or I hold out long enough to bring in Rivera. So, yeah, man. I mean, look, I like where NASCAR is heading in terms of ownership and everything, but the base. But the problem is, You know, NASCAR is way too focused on TV viewership. And honestly, I don't think they are, considering that NBC really screwed them. For many, many years, they screwed them by saying, okay, we're going to flip this over to NBCSN, and then we'll see you on the guys there. Now, granted, my family had the cable package and everything, so NBC switching over to NBCSN was no problem. But what if we didn't? And I especially voiced my frustrations during one Talladega race in 2020, I believe, where they had one of the closest finishes ever. Matt DiBenedetto came so freaking close to his first win in the Cup Series, and they freaking switched over to NBCSN, and one of the most controversial finishes in NASCAR history happens, but it's over on NBCSN. Which means that the people that don't have that cable package, they're going to have to look at the NASCAR app or whatever, and they're going to have to see how it ended. Or you could also look on social media. I tell you, NBC, I was really excited about it, and the first couple of years, I thought it was great. But then as the TV contract went on, NBC just seemed like it really never gave a damn about NASCAR. And I'm glad that they're no longer going to be broadcasting NASCAR races, because honestly, I think they're shit. See what happens when you get me started on NASCAR? You can get me to be a chatterbox for like a really, really long time. So, but just going back to my original point, which is that NASCAR focuses too much on television and not about the fan experience at the track. Now, granted, I enjoy going to racetrack. I enjoy going to racetracks. Like last year, I went to 4 races, Rez. I went to both Daytona races, the Charlotte race for the Coke 600, and the Talladega race in October. So I went to 4, and each time was a great experience all around. I actually almost met Pitbull at Charlotte, because he happened to walk out of the VIP area while my dad and I were going to our seats. But that's not important. You know, I feel like if they were to invest a little more time in providing a great experience at the track, I think you could get a lot more people there. So not only are you going to make more money in the TV contracts, because you're going to make money there anyway. Fox and whoever else is going to broadcast NASCAR races, they're always going to pay a lot of money. So you're going to have no TV revenue right there, no problem. But the other half of the equation is providing a great track experiences for fans, so that they can go to their friends and say, hey, wow, I just had one of the best experiences I ever had in my life at NASCAR, you know, at this NASCAR track. Why don't you come with me, and next time we'll have an even better experience. Maybe we'll tailgate, you know, maybe we'll check out some of the local racing tracks, all that stuff. If NASCAR were to do that, they would make a shit ton more money. A shit ton. But I also think that NASCAR as a sport needs to invest more in social media. You know, stuff like TikTok and freaking TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, all those apps that are now coming up and everything, that are really popular. NASCAR needs to get in on it. They need to get in on it. They need to take advantage of it. And then they need to have those apps be sponsors in NASCAR. And what I mean by that is look at what DoorDash has done for Bubba Wallace. Yes, McDonald's sponsors Bubba, but so does DoorDash. If you had told me many years ago that DoorDash would be a sponsor in NASCAR, I would have said you were crazy. But just think, what if TikTok is even a sponsor in NASCAR? Think of that. TikTok makes millions of dollars a day. A day, Rez. Millions of dollars. You know how much money they could spend in NASCAR if they sponsored more rides? Oh my God, it'd be a shit ton of money. We already know that sponsors like Coke and Goodyear and Bush, Xfinity, they're going to be paying the money regardless. But let's take advantage of these of these new sponsors, like TikTok. You know, take advantage of them. Let them sponsor rides so that drivers can be able to race more. That's the thing. And actually, there's one more controversial thing with NASCAR that I want to address, and I've actually been thinking about this for a long time. I don't know if you heard, Rez, but there was this whole controversy with Brandon Brown. Maybe you've heard of it. I mean, even if you didn't hear about the race itself, you've heard of the Let's Go Brandon chants, right? Well, anyway, the backdrop to those chants is that this driver, Brandon Brown, won a race at Talladega last year in 2021, which, by the way, I was at that race, but I didn't hear the Let's Go. I didn't hear the chants then. Anyway, so what ended up happening was that the reporter. The reporter that was interviewing Brown after he won his race and everything, he mistakenly thought that the fans were chanting "Let's go Brandon," when in actuality they were saying "F Joe Biden." I mean, it's Talladega, it's Alabama, you know, whatever. But it gained so much momentum that it became its own thing. I mean, even a guy during Christmas said, "Let's go, Brandon," to frickin' Joe Biden. Now, I'm not going to discuss the politics of the chant itself. I'm not getting into that. But I just want you guys to understand how much this has impacted Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown did an interview where he said that because of the "Let's Go Brandon" chants, it's been very difficult for him to be able to get sponsorship because corporations don't want their association with him because of the "Let's Go Brandon" chants. And it's been very difficult. Now, he finally gets a sponsor that is going to support him full time in the Xfinity Series. Full time. And this is a sponsor that is taking advantage of the "Let's Go Brandon" chants and making coins out of them. Now, NASCAR, Brandon Brown was promoting the paint scheme, the sponsor, the paint scheme, like it was basically a done deal. And then NASCAR pulls the rug out and says, no, 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 we're not going to approve this sponsor. We're not approving of the paint scheme. Now, look, taking what I just said into consideration, that this is a driver who basically had his name associated with a chant that he himself doesn't want to be a part of. He said he is apolitical, he wants nothing to do with politics, and I say God bless him for that. God bless him for focusing more on his career as a NASCAR driver than focusing on politics. That being said, NASCAR should be ashamed of themselves for allowing for taking that sponsorship away, because that was money right there for Brandon Brown to be able to run the Xfinity Series full time. He could have ran all 33 or all 36 races of the Xfinity Series schedule. He could have. He may not have been able to win a lot of races, but at least he was participating. And yet NASCAR just went up and said, no, 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 we're not going to allow you to have this paint scheme. I get that the phrase is controversial. I get that Bitcoin, this company was taking advantage of the LGBT chance and everything. I get that. But this was a sponsor for a guy that was looking to compete. And because of the politics of this nature, NASCAR decided they didn't want to have anything to do with this. And let's keep in mind, it's not the most controversial thing politics-wise that NASCAR has ever done. I mean, for crying out loud, for the 2020 Daytona 500, they had Donald Trump as the Grand Marshal for that race. He was a Grand Marshal. He paced the field on the opening lap. He was basically the pace car for the field. And you're telling me that that NASCAR is okay with that, but they're not going to let this kid get a sponsor for the Let's Go Brandon chance? Or how about the fact that Trump and Pence's re-election campaign sponsored a car for multiple races during the Cup Series? Granted that that car was not running up front. But that's better than letting Brandon Brown Brandon Brown use the Let's Go Brandon chance on his car. What? And then you also think about the fact that NASCAR had both Back the Blue sponsors and Black Lives Matter as sponsors for some of their cars. I mean, do I really need to give any more examples of NASCAR being total shitheads on this, when in the past they've embraced the craziness of the politics? I'm sorry. I'm having a very difficult time trying to understand this. I really am. I don't understand why it was okay for NASCAR to have Donald Trump as the Grand Marshal and his re-election campaign sponsor one of the drivers, but yet it wasn't okay for the Let's Go Brandon chance, and NASCAR would allow back the Blue and Black Lives Matter to sponsor some of their cars, and yet not allow the Let's Go Brandon chants in their on the car? Putting politics aside for a moment, this was an opportunity for a young kid to go ahead and get a sponsor deal. And NASCAR pretty much just took the rug out from underneath him. And I think that's pretty sad. I think it's so sad that NASCAR decides now of all times they don't want to play politics. Sorry, NASCAR. You got yourselves involved with politics when you had Trump as the Grand Marshal, him pacing the field in the presidential limousine, and you had Back the Blue as well as Black Lives Matter sponsor your cars in the Cup Series. Last season. Or, I'm sorry, not last season. It was 2020 that happened. So you guys get my point. It's just ridiculous that NASCAR would take this sponsor away from Brandon Brown when he's already struggling. He's already struggling to get a sponsor enough as it is because of his name. He's already struggling. Now you want to make it even more difficult for him? My God. Seriously. It just like... I really don't understand it. I'm not saying I support the paint scheme, nor am I saying I'm totally against it. What I am saying is that this was an opportunity for someone to run in the Xfinity Series, and NASCAR just completely took it away when they shouldn't have. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to chalk that one up to cancel culture. Damn it, I knew they would come after me. I mentioned the Let's Go Brandon chants one time, and they're already trying to cut me off. No, this is with this game for a very long time, and it's bullshit. That's what it is. Oh, what's up here? Uh-oh. That's a shame. Damn, Hofstra lost. Sorry. Okay, anyway. No, it's obviously not cancel culture trying to stop me from talking about the sponsorship of Brandon Brown. Just thought I'd be funny there. Anyway. But to me, NASCAR should be embracing opportunities for young drivers to be able to come into racing and live out their dreams. You know, not, oh, we're gonna take away this sponsor from you because we don't like the politics of it. I'm sorry, NASCAR, but you don't get to be politically correct now, especially after what you did in 2020. I'm sorry. You don't. No. You don't. If I was on the NASCAR board, and I've seen both sides of it. Like, I've seen people both cheer for the fact that NASCAR put its foot down on this, on the Let's Go Brandon sponsorship, and I've also seen people complain about it. But they're complaining about it. But these guys, but those that are supporting it or opposing it are focusing too much on the politics of it. It shouldn't be about politics. It should be about the fact that this was a sponsor for a young Xfinity Series driver, and it got taken away from him by the executives of the sport. Like, think think about if the NBA decided that, you know, they weren't going to allow, let's just say the NBA wasn't going to allow Zion or I don't know, some NBA player. Let's say Joe Smith. Joe Smith gets to go to the NBA, and the first sponsor he signs with is Nike because he got drafted first overall. And then NBA's like, no. We don't like Nike. We like Jordan. So we're gonna remove that Nike sponsorship from you. I'm not saying that would happen. I'm just using it as an example. You know, it would be like that. And now that NBA player that just got drafted first overall, you just took a lot of money away from him. You just took a lot of money. You think he's going to be happy? No. Are his fans going to be happy? No. Are the teams that is the team that drafts him? Are they going to be happy about it? No. Unless he's drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, in which case, of course, Michael Jordan would be happy about that because now he can just have him wear Jordan stuff. But I digress. But you guys get what my point is. It's just wrong. It's wrong that NASCAR did that, and I really wish they would reverse their decision. Not because I agree or disagree with the politics. I don't care about the politics. But this was an opportunity to have a young driver run in the Xfinity Series full time, and NASCAR just took that away from him. Shameful. Shameful, shameful, shameful. Alright guys, now let's talk about what actually, I mean, NASCAR is interesting and all, but we've got some real sports, well, NASCAR is a sport in my mind, but not a sport that say the NFL gets attention of, or that gets the same attention as the NFL or MLB or anything. There's really nothing to talk about on the MLB front because it's another week, no talks, and I'm telling you guys, by the time we get to February, that's where I'm going to start hitting the panic button as a baseball fan. Alright? If we're going into February and we hear nothing, not even a tentative agreement between the MLB and the Players Association, I'm very much worried that we may not start the season on time and we may lose some games. So, you can hear it from me. February, I'm calling it. We're probably not going to get the first month of April because there's no way that a deal can get together and the players and the teams can report for spring training. So spring training, in my mind, is already lost. There's no way we're doing that. April is what I'm really worried about. Strike three, sit down. So, but lots of other interesting news, such as the fact that Black Monday happened. Black Monday in the NFL. And of course, some of them I'm not surprised about. Like, freaking Matt Nagy and the Bears GM, yeah, they should have been gone. They should have. You know, and then you have and that's from an outsider's perspective. That's talking from looking at Chicago sports and just seeing the Bears have not done well at all. Yeah. It was time that Nagy and the Bears GM were out of there. And same thing with the Minnesota Vikings as well. I mean, the Vikings GM has been in there since 2006. I'm sorry, but this NFL is much different than it was in 2006. And clearly, the Minnesota Vikings were not adjusting to what was what was good in the NFL. Clearly, you know, by the fact that they weren't even competing. Or honestly, like, it felt like aside from the Green Bay Packers, no one in the NFC North was even competing. Certainly not the Lions. Definitely not the Bears. Vikings, not too many losing seasons, and plus I never really liked Kirk Cousins as a QB. Now that might be because he used the Jets as like basically a tool the Jets offer to get a better contract with Minnesota. But even before that in Washington, it just felt like all he could do was have flashes, but he was never truly that top quarterback. So I really never liked Kirk Cousins as the ideal franchise quarterback. I don't agree with it. So, you know, hopefully to the whoever Minnesota ends up hiring, you know, best of luck to them to get this team where it needs to be competitive. But you're gonna have your hands full. That's all I can say. What I am shocked about, another good one, and this is actually a little closer to home for me. Although, you know, I'm not really a Giants fan. I really don't like them, honestly. Not by anything they've done. It's just that I have family members who root for the Giants that, you know, that they annoy me. They absolutely annoy me. But with that being said, I am glad to see that Gentleman and Judge are out. I mean, I thought the Jets had it bad, but the Giants had it even worse. And that is coming from a Jets fan. Okay? Think of that. To say, for a Jets fan to look at your team and say that you have a terrible coach and a terrible GM, that says a lot. It really does. Judge was an absolute incompetent coach. I mean, who the hell decides that on a 3rd and 19, they're gonna try a quarterback sneak? What the hell are you thinking, Judge? Seriously. It's unbelievable how long Giant fans have put up with the shenanigans of Judge. Now, honestly, I'll give him credit. I think he's a lot better of a coach than Adam Gase is. Now, that was a true disaster. But what really separates the Jets from the Giants is the GM. Gentleman literally had no clue what he was doing. Joe Douglas, at least he does. I mean, that was smart on the Jets' part to trade away Jamal Adams to the Seahawks. Now they have 2 top 10 first-round picks in this year's draft. Joe Douglas may have been struggling to build a winning roster, but at least he's building his own roster with draft picks and everything. At least he's doing that. Gentlemen, there was incompetence there. There was incompetence. I don't even know what identity the Giants had under Gentleman. I really don't. Like, what was the point? You thought Saquon Barkley was gonna lead you to a championship or something? Now look, I love Penn State, okay? And to me, Saquon Barkley really brought back the idea of of Penn State being a top running back school. Because remember, for a while, you know, Penn State really had its fair share of running backs that were great. Like Silas Red and frickin' Saquon Barkley, as I mentioned. But for you to turn around and tell me, not as a Jets fan, but as a New York sports fan in general, you're going to tell me that somehow Saquon Barkley was going to be the answer to your championship drought? No. Running backs are good, but they don't lead you to championships. Just ask Barry Sanders that. He could not lead that Lions team to a championship. Not that he didn't try, but the pieces were built around a running back. But to expect that running back to be to be your guy that leads you to championships, I'm sorry. No. You need a lot more than that. So, all I can say is I'm glad that Gentleman is gone. I'm glad that Judge is gone. This is an opportunity for the Giants right here to build, to start from scratch. And hopefully, Mara is a lot more competent of an owner than he appears to be. Now, from what I understand, he's about at the level of stupidity when it comes to football as the Johnsons are, as Woody and Chris Johnson. And that's not a good comparison to have. Not a good comparison at all. So that is not good if that's the comparisons we're going to start to see from of Mara as an owner of the Giants. It's really sad. Really is. And I feel, for Giant fans, I don't hate them. Like, let's be clear, as a Jets fan, I don't hate Giant fans. In fact, one of my gaming friends is a Giants fan, and I've been friends with him for years. For years. We always have a Jets-Giants Super Bowl in our online franchises. Like, we've played Madden, and we've met in the Super Bowl in franchises, and we've, gone on to and he's beaten me most of the time. But I've had my fair share of Super Bowls. But I'm getting off track there. So I have nothing against Giant fans other than I find a few of them obnoxious. Just a few. But with that being said, I certainly I applaud the fact that Gentleman and Judge are out of the Giants organization. It is a move that needed to be done. It wasn't a move that should be done. It was a move that needed to be done. It needed to happen 2 weeks ago. No, it needed to happen even before that. Seriously. So I'm glad to see that they're gone, and maybe the Giants can be competitive once again. But we'll see which coach they hire and which GM they hire. Now, for all the firings that did happen with the NFL and everything, the biggest shock to me, and I think a lot of people were shocked about this too, was the fact that Brian Flores got fired. Like, he was let go. Now, I get that Flores wasn't exactly leading the Miami Dolphins to championships or anything, but Flores was leading them to freaking winning seasons. As a Jets fan, I'll take that. I'll take a winning season. I've not seen a winning season by the Jets since 2015. I will take back-to-back years of winning seasons with Brian Flores over just one playoff appearance in 10 years. And not only that, but this was a roster that was actually starting to build up to being contenders. I get that the Patriots really hit on something with Mac Jones and, you know, Josh, and obviously the Bills basically run the AFC East and everything now. But the Miami Dolphins were at least being competitive, which is a lot better than what we as Jet fans can say. We've never been competitive. We got two, and I'll say this with complete sincerity, we got lucky with some of our wins this year. We got lucky we beat Tennessee. We got lucky that we beat Cincinnati. We got lucky. Hell, I mean, we got lucky the fact that we were even able to compete against Tampa Bay. So if it wasn't for the fact that Robert Saleh was our coach, I'd be demanding that the Jets hire frickin' Brian Flores immediately. I'd be demanding it. And I don't expect Flores to be on the job market for long. If there's even an ounce of competence in any NFL owner, they would give Brian Flores that interview. They would have him as their first candidate and say, okay, Flores, we like what you did in Miami. How do you think you can bring that to our team so that we can have a winning culture? Leading off for the Red Sox. So I am truly, truly shocked that Miami decided that firing Brian Flores was the way to go. I'm truly shocked. And I think that's going to end up biting Miami in the butt eventually. Because we know that the Jets are not going to suck forever. They will. Maybe it will take a lot longer than I think, but I don't think that the Jets will be cellar dwellers in the AFC East forever. I think they will eventually get out of this, and they will be contenders one day. May not be happening now. It may not happen next year. But I think in a few years, if Zach Wilson continues to get better, and if the Jets can just have, like, this is the big thing with the Jets. They need an O-line. I'm really sorry to say this, but Zach Wilson cannot throw on the run. He just can't. He has to be protected in the pocket. And honestly, I knew that was the kind of quarterback that we were getting. Because at BYU, what did he do? He mostly stayed in the pocket, and he was able to make deep throws. This is a guy who is the old-fashioned NFL quarterback. The guy who's going to be in the pocket. He's going to have an O-line that protects him. And he's going to take time to make the accurate throw. So, therefore, adjust to that playing style. As opposed to having him make the adjustment, adjust to him. If we could get Zach Wilson more protection, I'm sure he'll open up and he'll find more wide receivers to be able to throw to. Because here's the thing, guys. Zach Wilson got better as the season went on. He's not winning Rookie of the Year. I can tell you that. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year. But he did get better. Because now he was starting to make throws that he was confident he could make. He was no longer doing throws that were iffy. He was getting better. So, in my mind, build around that. Give him that O-line. Give him that defense that we need. You know? Get some corners, because unfortunately Bryce Hall, as much as he was a standout this year, Hall is not a top corner. He just isn't. He's a good slot corner, but he's not a top corner. He's certainly not Darrelle Revis by any stretch of the imagination. And anyone that claims that he is an absolute fool. You are not going to put freaking Bryce Hall against the likes of some of the top wide receivers in the game. You're not going to do that. You cannot be that idiotic to do that. So, you know, So for me, the Jets' top needs, they need an O-line and they need some defensive backs. They really do. And this seems like this year's draft class seems like the draft class to focus on defense. So maybe the Jets will do that. You know, I certainly hope that that's the case. But we'll see. You know, who knows what Joe Douglas is going to do. What I can tell you is that he's got 2 top 10 picks to work with here. You don't blow that kind of shit. You can blow 1 first-round pick. You better not blow 2. You blow 2, you're an incompetent general manager, and you deserve to get fired. So, alright, that's the NFL for you. I really have no playoff preview for you guys. I really don't care. You know, I guess if I don't know, who would I pick as a dark horse? Oh, first of all, I gotta tell you guys, this is like really crazy. So, I was playing my Madden franchise these last couple of days, and I'm like towards the postseason. This is what shocked me about it. It's like I entered an alternate universe when it came to, because we're very close to the playoffs, and obviously I control the Jets and I'm winning, so we actually have a perfect season going on, which I don't even understand how I was able to do that with Zach Wilson. But okay, besides the point, the Jets have the number 1 seed going into the postseason. For a long time, for most of the season, the Chicago Bears actually had the number 1 seed. Not only that, the freaking Detroit Lions were also in the playoff picture. Jacksonville. You guys will think I'm nuts for this, but Jacksonville was actually the number 2 seed behind us. Jacksonville. It was like some kind of bizarre alternate reality that I entered where I would see the Jets, the Lions, the Bears, and the Jaguars all in the same postseason and all fighting for a top spot in the playoffs. I was so blown away. I was like, holy shit.
Batting third, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
So I just thought that was funny that, you know, those 4 teams were in the playoff hunt in my Madden franchise and everything. Really alternate reality right there. Yeah, but enough about the NFL. Let's see. I mean, there's so many freaking sports stories that are going on. Novak Djokovic for the Australian Open and everything. I mean, I'm all about vaccines, and I've told people to go get the vaccine, and I've even shared my experiences with getting the COVID vaccine and everything. But I'm actually going to side with Novak Djokovic on this issue. This was so much trouble for Djokovic to go through. I mean, it really, you know, I think in the U.S. we complain a lot about lockdowns and shutdowns and everything. But I mean, if we go to Australia, I think that's a lot different. It's a lot different for there. It's actually, from what I understand, it's even stricter over there than it is here in the U.S. Hence why Djokovic was having so much trouble trying to get into the country, and then having his Australian Open being threatened because he wasn't vaccinated. This was so much trouble, and you have to think, like, this really put Australia in a bad spot. It really did. Australia could have had this handled much better. They could have said, okay, we have these rules, but we'll make an exception this once because but you have to follow, you really have to follow our policies when it comes to COVID. Okay? Could have let it happen once, could have handled this more discreetly. Instead, because they decided to do it against one of the top tennis players in the world, and because it became such a ruckus, now Australia looks like fools. Djokovic looks like a freaking hero to anti-vaxxers, and this just adds fuel to this fire of people not wanting to get vaccinated. This could have been handled so much better. It really could have. But Australia, plain and simple, you messed it up. You messed it up. You could have handled it more discreetly, but you didn't. You tried to make an example out of Djokovic, and you were the ones that ended up with the eggs on your face. You are the fools, Australia, not Djokovic. Djokovic is the top tennis player in the world, and unfortunately, people are not going to look at him as anything less than that. Oh, what a catch. What a catch by Hunter Renfroe there. So it could have been handled a lot more discreetly, could have been handled a lot better. Maybe there could have been some kind of an agreement between Djokovic and the Australian government, but no. Nope. And now Australia looks stupid. Djokovic looks like a freaking hero. And this push to get people vaccinated has just hit a wall. Terrible, Australia. Terrible. So, it's unfortunate that happened. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention with the NFL. Don Maynard, with that was the wide receiver for the Jets in Super Bowl III. Everything. I saw that he passed away from, or he passed away. It was I think it was yesterday he passed away. And my God, we need to have people stop dying. I mean, this is crazy when you think about it. Harry Reid, John Madden, Betty White, friggin' Bob Saget. And you guys have to understand something. Those are just some of the top names that are dying. You're not hearing about all the other people that are dying. It seems like at work, it just seems like the entertainment reports are all about people dying. Like that's all it seems like it is. And actually, I meant to bring in Mariano Rivera there, but I completely messed that up. So unless Nen gets into serious trouble, I'm gonna have to rely on Nen to go ahead and get this game done. So my fault.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 28, JD Martinez.
Easy third out. Excellent. Didn't even have to move. Just park himself right underneath the ball and we were going to get it. Freaking Ken Griffey Jr. coming through with a home run. A much needed home run. So, yeah, it sucks to see that Don Maynard passed away. I mean, That's a freaking Jets legend right there. And I'm scared that maybe even Joe Namath is not going to be around much longer. I pray to God that he'll live an even longer life than Maynard, but Namath's up there. How old is Namath? Namath, I think he should be in his 70s. Yeah, 78. Joe Namath, 78. So he's up there as well. I think Maynard was 86 when he passed away. Ooh, Trevor Story got that one high enough to be able to drive that one out of the ballpark. Hell yeah. But it also makes you think, like, what kind of a... we make this big deal with funerals and everything, and I'm sure Madden's going to have some kind of a memorial service or something at some point, because I think he deserves one. Betty White, I'm sure, is going to have one. So for me, maybe Don Maynard may not get the big one. Like, if Joe Namath were to die, all right, at some point, that's going to be a funeral procession at MetLife Stadium. Some kind of a memorial service there. There needs to be. That's the greatest quarterback in Jets history, and the Jets should pay tribute to him appropriately. He's the only quarterback in Jets history that has delivered a Super Bowl. So he deserves a send-off quite like that. And I think Maynard deserves a similar kind of send-off. Maynard may not be the greatest wide receiver in NFL history, but he's in the goddamn Pro Football Hall of Fame. He deserves some kind of a send-off. Some kind of a memorial service. Even just having Joe Namath talk about Maynard, that would be good. But Namath, oh, that's going to be big when that happens. That's going to be huge. Strike three, sit down.
Batting third, the third baseman, Raphael Devers.
Strike three, sit down. Finally, I just want to touch on the NBA real quickly. So, as you guys know, Kyrie Irving is back with the Brooklyn Nets, albeit albeit it's mostly part-time because he can't even play in Brooklyn because of the vaccine mandate. But Kyrie's back, and he really makes an impact for the Nets. Like, it seemed like to me the Nets were struggling, and then Kyrie comes back and they win a few games. You know, like, they won on the road against Indiana, which was huge. But the problem is, Kyrie's not going to be able to play at the Barclays Center. So what happens if the Nets get a top seed and they get home court advantage? So if it's a 7-game series, that means for 4 games, you're not going to have Kyrie. And as much as people might hate that he's that vital to the Nets, he is that vital. Which is why I have been saying that the Nets need him traded. They need to trade him. There was an interesting trade proposal that I was hearing about, and that was, the Nets giving or trading Kyrie Irving to Portland for Damian Lillard. Now, would that necessarily happen? I doubt it, considering that Lillard really means a lot to the Portland fan base. So I don't see the Trailblazers giving him up. But with that being said, I think, star power wise, they're both, that's an equal trade. You talk about playing styles. Lillard's all about crossovers and step backs and everything. He's all about scoring off the dribble. That's Kyrie, just bigger. So, I mean, maybe the advantage though is that Kyrie has developed a relationship with James Harden and Kevin Durant. But you can't say that Damian Lillard didn't do that when he was on All-Stars, when he was talking to, when he was on the West All-Stars with Durant and Harden. You can't tell me that he didn't at least build a relationship with them. So if the Nets are going to trade Kyrie, I think the most sense, I think what makes the most sense is sending him to Portland for Damian Lillard. I think it does make the most sense. Do I think it's going to happen? Not really, because again, like I was saying, Damian Lillard means a lot to the Portland Trailblazers fan base. He really does. I don't think there's anyone that denies that.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitter.
But with that being said, I think that's a trade that you could possibly work out. You might have to throw in a draft pick or two here and there. But for a guy like Damian Lillard, he can play. He can play in New York, so you don't have to worry about that. And for Kyrie, all he has to worry about, since he's on the West Coast, he doesn't even have to worry about playing in New York. He doesn't have to worry about the vaccine mandate. Well, he would have to worry about it for, what, like a year? Twice a year for Portland? But I think it makes the most sense. Kyrie Irving is just way too valuable for the Nets to not play in home games. They need to have him. They need to have him or someone like him on the roster, because you can't. If you're going to get if you're going to have home court advantage in the playoffs, then you need to have Kyrie there. And unfortunately, you can't, as long as the vaccine mandate in New York City is in effect. So now the vaccine mandate may end at some point. I don't know when it's supposed to end, but if it does end at some point before the NBA playoffs this year, then maybe the Nets might not trade Kyrie. But if it does stay there and the Brooklyn Nets have home court advantage, I think they're screwed. Attaboy O'Neal. Uh-oh, he might be gone. Oh, he's not gone. I don't know how he's not gone, but I'll take it. Unfortunately, that does take the save away. So no save for
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
Martinez or not Martinez, Rivera or Nen.
JD Martinez. Now pitching. Rob Nen.
But no, we'll just throw Nen in there. Who cares? Oh, I will give you guys an update for my streaming schedule this week. So, see, now, the funny thing is, last week I said you can expect me to stream, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I ended up only streaming Monday. Strike 3, sit down. So, as it stands right now, again, things could happen, so I ask that you guys be patient with me if this doesn't end up holding up. But the way I see it, obviously I'm streaming tonight. I expect to be streaming tomorrow, and I expect to stream on Thursday. I will not be streaming on Friday because I have to work the afternoon shift, so no stream on Friday. I'm sorry, guys. One more baseball story here. Keith Hernandez's number is being retired by the Mets. So number 17 is going to join the numbers that are being retired. So, I mean, like, Keith Hernandez, I mean, I feel like that was going to eventually come. I mean, think about it. He was vital to being part of the 86 Mets. He loved New York. And he's a commentator for SNY now. How do you not retire his jersey number? He's already in the Mets Hall of Fame. I wish he would be in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I wish he would be there, but hey, little by little. I mean, after all, how long did it take frickin' not Casey Stengel, but the other manager for the Mets? Why am I blanking? Hold on. Gil Hodges. Thank you. Gil Hodges. I can't believe I couldn't remember Gil Hodges' name. But Gil Hodges friggin' had to wait many, many years. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead. I'm pretty sure Gil Hodges is dead. But he's in the Hall of Fame now. Or he just got voted into the Hall of Fame in December. So at least he's there now. But I'm just saying, could be elected to the Hall of Fame eventually. Oh, gee. Gil Hodges died a long time ago. What happened? Was it like some kind of a... Oh, a heart attack. Shit. Wow. And you think about it, Gil Hodges died just a couple years after winning the World Series with the Mets. 3 years actually. I'm shocked. I didn't know that. I didn't know that about Gil. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh, he is so thrown out. Oh no, he's not. Tyler O'Neill with the 99 speed managed to do it. Hell yeah. Good job, Tyler O'Neill. But anyway, I think Keith Hernandez may not be the, like, if you compare him against guys like Lou Gehrig or, like, I think isn't Jeff Bagwell in the Hall of Fame? Here, let's see which first basemen are in the Hall of Fame.
Leading off for the Red Sox, the shortstop, Xander Bogart.
Hold on, let me take care of this first. So there's 25. Yes, so Jeff Bagwell. I'm trying to see which players I actually know here. So Jeff Bagwell, Orlando Cepeda. He might actually Fernandez might be a little more comparable to Cepeda than he is to Bagwell or Gehrig, Jimmy Fox. Harmon Killebrew. Oh, Killebrew was an absolute freaking power guy. But I thought he was a third baseman. Why is he a first baseman? Willie McCovey. Yeah, there's no way he's. Tony Perez. He might be. Tony Perez might be more comparable for Keith Hernandez. Frank Thomas. Yeah, Frank Thomas. Absolute power guy. Same thing with Jim Thome. Yeah, so when you compare Keith Hernandez to guys like Frank Thomas or Jim Thome or Jeff Bagwell or Lou Gehrig or any of those guys, yeah, he probably isn't going to be in the Hall of Fame. But if you compare him to, say, like Orlando Cepeda or what was the other guy they mentioned here, Tony Perez, yeah, I think you can make a case for him. Absolutely. But we'll see. Is Keith Hernandez even eligible for the Hall of Fame? Ooh, God, Pearson, what the hell?
Batting fourth, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Let's see.
I got to count 1 and 2. Batting fifth, the second baseman, TK Hernandez. 0-1 for count.
Come on. Hold on, I'm just going to pause the game for a moment. Let's see. Oh, no. Yeah. He was no longer eligible in 2004 after he received less than 5% of the vote. So, no Hall of Fame for for Keith Hernandez. At least not this time. Maybe there'll be other times. Curdy with the raid. Direxia, how you doing? Unstable Phoenix. Good to see you guys. Curdy, thank you for the raid. How about a little shout out for Curdy? Thank you, Curdy. I appreciate the raid. How was your stream, man? How was it? Yeah, let's give a little shout out there to Curdy B. I'm doing all right. How was everyone in the stream? What were you playing today? Was it more Battle Royale? Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. No problem. Again, that shout out is courtesy of Unstable Phoenix here. So thank you to Phoenix for also doing that. He deserves a shout out too. Hold on, let me give Phoenix here a shout out as well.
Now back, the center fielder, Ken Griffin Jr.
You were playing the events? Oh, so you're going after Will Clark and everything? Make sure I have it right. _ Phoenix? Whoops. Almost misspelled your name here, Phoenix. There you go. I was going for number... Hold on. My thing is blocking. Number 1 on the leaderboards. Wow. But you got blue screen when I was fit. Ah, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm so sorry. Dang, man, that sucks. Well, you can always get it again tomorrow, right? I mean, me personally, I don't think that Eloy Jimenez card nor that Will Clark card is worth the grind. I just don't think it's worth it. Those cards, those cards, Jimenez, okay, a power bat, a left fielding power bat. Ooh, Curdy B would absolutely destroy me, Phoenix. If I were to ever go up against her, I would get destroyed. I don't care if I'm playing with my freaking super fractured team. There's no way I'm beating Curdy B. I'm calling it right now. I would never beat him. I think I would have fun with the game, but I don't think I would ever beat him. But I appreciate the raid, Curdy. Oh, well, anytime, dude. Anytime you want to play me, you know, I have that option. Like it's a channel reward. So if you ever want to play me, you know, feel free to redeem it. At that point, I can't say no. The Wolf with the Risa, man. Ja, indeed. How you doing, Wolf? Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Hold on, let me give you a shout out here. Okay, now I'm just going crazy with the shout outs. There you go. How you doing, Wolf? Were you are you streaming tonight or not really? Oh boy. I can't do the howl. I wish I could, but that's Wolf's thing. That's not my thing. I'm more of the strike 3, sit down. Doing all right just at work? All right, man. Cool. Cool. I try to be in your streams a lot more, but the last week has been absolutely crazy for me. I was just explaining it earlier in my stream. Last week, I was in the office the entire time, all of last week. Direxia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, wait. Wait, Curdy B, did you give us up to Wolf or... Oh, no, Wolf... Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. You have me confused there, Direxia. I'm doing all right. I appreciate you. I appreciate that follow, and I appreciate you being here. How you doing? We're just doing a little bit of the Conquest. Dear Alexa. What am I saying? Dear Alexia? No, that's right. What am I? Direxia. Yeah, that should be right. Wait a minute, now everyone's just confusing the living hell out of me at this point. Okay. I'm so confused. I mean, Wolf's in here trying to confuse me, Curdy B. Everyone's in here, and I'm just, woo. Okay, got it. Inside joke. Got it. But how's everyone doing tonight? Direxia, you told me you were doing good. Unstable Phoenix, you said that you finished up your homework. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that you got that done. Now you got plenty of time to be able to play a game, whatever. Curdy B, obviously, with the raid. Wolf is at work. God bless him. Oh my God, guys, it's a work schedule for me. Like I was saying, has been absolutely crazy. In all of last week, freaking, I did mornings, I did the afternoon, I had to do overtime, I did a 12-hour shift on Saturday. I mean, my schedule is completely all over the map. All over. It's about as crazy as you, or it's about as confusing as what you guys were doing to me in this chat just a few minutes ago. Honestly, I don't even know what day it is. You had a good run? What are you talking about, Wolf? What good run? Oh, yeah. Believe me, dude, it's crazy. Oop, uh-oh. Work is awful and trying to get the Wolf to leave his job at Ford to become... Hey, it's not easy. It is not easy by any means. But I can definitely see Wolf doing that. I definitely find you entertaining enough to be able to do it, Wolf. So, you ever consider it, by God, man, I'll support you. I mean, you've gained... Wolf, you've gained so many freaking followers. Over, like, you said you started streaming, what, last year? You have over 1,000 right now, man. Like, I've been streaming for a lot longer, and I don't even have the kind of followers that you have. So, not saying that that's like a desperate plea from me for more followers or anything. I'm just saying, like, if you ever do decide to go full time, 8 months. Wow. So 8 months. So I've been doing this for well over a year. And you're freaking, if you pardon the pun, you're knocking it out of the ballpark, man. So, you ever do decide to go full time, just know that I would definitely support that. Unfortunately, now we're reaching the part of the map where I have no idea what anything is because I'm blocking it. Wolf, you're not, you do better at the game than I do. I mean, you see me right now. I'm just playing offline. You're constantly in battle royale. You're doing online stuff. You're doing a hell of a lot better than I am. And just wait until the new MLB The Show game comes out in April. Oh my god, dude, you're gonna freaking blow up with that. All right, thanks for the raid again, Curdy, and thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. You go enjoy your food, all right? Thank you, Direxia. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That really means a lot, guys. It really does. So thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty consistent with in terms of my schedule, Direxia. I actually stream Monday through Friday from like 6. Oh, Wolf, believe me, you're going to blow up. I think you're going to blow up. Now I have no idea where my... Hold on, guys. I think I'm going to move my... I think I'm going to move my camera real quick so I can see what's here. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to see if I can move my camera. Whoops. Okay, I guess I can't. All right, so we'll figure this out. Oh, you make emotes, Curdy? Oh, I didn't even know you do that. Direxia is right, Wolf. I mean, for me, like, the biggest inconvenience for me as a streamer is work. You know, I hate to say that because I don't want to be that critical of my workplace. But I'm just saying. Okay. Yeah, dude, I would absolutely, if you do them, I mean, hell, I will certainly DM you on that. I'll take you up on that. Even if it's only for, and my God, where the hell is the freaking St. Louis Cardinals stronghold in this? Because I can't even see it. Is that it? That's not it. So where the hell is this? There it is. Holy crap, I couldn't find it. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Wolf, believe me, I mean, I don't know. I can't say with certainty what the pay is for being a full-time streamer, like a partner or whatever. I can't really say that I know what that's like, but I think if you ever did decide to go full-time streaming, I think you could make a good living out of it. No, Direxian, not at all. Listen, this is all about building up the community and everything. So I appreciate your compliment. I do like, I try to do my best with streaming and everything. But yeah, I mean, Wolf in just 8 months with over 1,000 followers, like that's insane. I've been doing this for well over a year and a half, and I don't even have a quarter of that. I mean, I'm close, but... Wait, at streaming? No, come on, Wolf. Don't retire. Not like that. No. With all this stuff, I don't want to start unless everything is official. But listen, Direxia, I freaking, when I started streaming, actually, this is like at streaming. So I've had previous attempts like this in the past. You know, if you have a camera, or if you have a camera that you can hook up to your console or whatever, you know, that could get you streaming right off the bat. I don't know what system you have. Like, I know with PlayStation you can hook up your you can hook up a PlayStation camera to the back of your console, and then from there you can stream. And I've been doing that since October of 2020. Getting on OnlyFans? What do you mean by that? Can't go follow us, so I'm nah, man. Ja. Seriously, I never thought that ja would be something that would be like a phrase that I would even be using or hearing about. But yeah, you're now you're having me say ja in my streams. Even oh boy, you know the website OnlyFans. Ah. Oh, honestly, once you get the fake cam, it's not that difficult to set up Direxia. It's not that difficult at all. Yeah, they do love it. They do. So, you know, you can make a lot of money with that. You've already got the emotes. You've got the streaming or streaming layout. Like with me, I don't have that, but you have it. Excuse me. So, and especially with MLB The Show 22. Dude, you could really make it. I mean, take it from me. You need more emotes? Like, what kind of emotes would you think about? Like, you've got Ja and oh boy, you've got the home run howl emote, which is really cool. Yeah, of course. Look, listen. I would not be saying this if I didn't believe it. Well, Direxia, you know, Curdy B just told me he does emotes, so you could certainly reach out to Curdy B and maybe he can give you some ideas. Okay, cool. All right, sounds like a good plan. Yeah, but believe me, the important thing to do with streaming is just have fun. You know, I stream MLB The Show I stream MLB The Show because I have a lot of fun with it. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have fun with it. Yeah, certainly reach out. You need a GG emote. I need an animated emote of me grunting before going the ow. Oh man. Hey, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. You know, I wish I would take advantage more with, like, with, you know, something I'm gonna discuss with Curdy B, if we're gonna do the emotes thing. You know, I'm gonna discuss with him, like, I want to do the umpire strikeout pose, you know, the whole thing like this, you know, and have that, and let that be like my strike three sit down call. The only thing I have going for me is I'm funny, a bunch of one-liners and inside jokes. Listen, dude, sometimes that's all you need. But you could really do it. I think you could. You know, I wouldn't be saying that if I didn't think it was true.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
I'm the type of person that's always going to give it to you straight on. Like, I'm not going to mince words, which can hurt me at times, but for the most part, I'll be honest with you. So, you need a Jesse Winker emote? Quality and humor gets more views and skills, I feel like. And yeah, exactly. You know, everyone wants to see online stuff, but if you're like an arrogant jerk who just believes that you're above competition and everything, which you're not, Wolf, but I've seen other streamers who are like that, who are just like, they're all arrogant and they feel like they're above everyone else. So if they don't do well, they just, yeah, exactly. Like what Direxia is saying right now, Wolf, is so true. Like for me, for an example, I have no skill whatsoever. I cannot win at this game. You guys have seen me play online, whether it's Battle Royale, ranked seasons, or the event, and you've seen me struggle. You know, but and I'm not saying I've gotten any better. Absolutely not. No, it seems like I've only gotten worse. But with that being said, you know, the people that really do entertain as long as you're entertaining people, then they'll eventually forget that you're shitty at the game. You were in the good times before you already left them? Oh, God. Well. No, but I absolutely suck at the game. But you guys are awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Direxia is also right. You know, when I talk about making it big yeah, that was an absolute bomb by Tyler O'Neill. Absolute bomb. Can we get a wolf howl? I'm not gonna do the howl. No one make me. Oh, fine. Fuck it. Woo! How was that, Wolf? Was that good, or did I just completely screw it up?
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Mariano Rivera.
No, but for my emotes, I definitely want to have the Mets home run apple.
Not shortstop.
Because I always like saying raise that apple whenever I hit a home run. Like, obviously, I didn't do it that time. You hit that pot?
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting for the Cardinals. Number 63.
Wow. I was not expecting that one more. My God. Whew. Adrian Peterson. God damn it. Oh my God. I was not expecting that. Shots fired. Bang bang. Oh God. But yeah, like the home run apple, the strikeout umpire strikeout pose that I wanna do. That's definitely another one.
The batter, number 19.
I'm also thinking about maybe doing some merchandising as well. Like, well, first of all, what I really should think about is updating my logo and everything, because at this point, that photo that I have of me as the logo, first of all, that's at. I got a couple of good ones when you hit a homer.
The center fielder, Harrison. Bader.
Yeah, but I like the home run apple one. That's just personal to me, being a Mets fan and everything. So, no, I appreciate that, but I really do. I really want to stick to the home run apple idea, because I think that's just paying homage to me as a Mets fan. So, I gotta think of other ones too. But I need to update my logo, because right now, that logo is a picture of me in a Mets cap at Yankee Stadium. I couldn't be any more out of place.
Fans are final run score.
Kyrie kill. I almost completely forgot about, or I've actually really forgotten about Tyreek Hill. There are some people. Oh, you're talking about the quotes. What do I have for, I have a command here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Of course. Yeah. Of course I have that. That's right. I remember now. Actually, you know what might be good? Um, yeah, you hit that ball harder than Okay, that one I do remember. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, maybe not so. Maybe a little less references in terms of football dudes assaulting girlfriends or their family members, because I don't, I don't want to encourage that kind of violence. That's crossing a line. Ja ja. Uh, um, but you know what? I just thought of this one. There's this thing that my mother likes to use. She likes to say, "You're right, might be again." And they'll get, they'll get back. No, not now. Maybe later. um, but no, but like maybe one that I could do in like as a tribute to my mother and everything. She likes using the phrase "I love you to the moon and back," and what that phrase actually means, like an infinite love. So like maybe for I have one more great one, but I'll save it for. I'll save it. All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't want to. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. This is going up on YouTube, and people are gonna be like, "What's he talking about with Ray Rice? What's he talking about with AJ Peterson? What's he talking about going on with?" Yeah. So like, what I would think, or what I would think might be a good one, is to the moon and back for the home run call. He hit that one to the moon and back. So I don't know. I have to think about it, but that's definitely an idea that I'd be willing to entertain. Be a great way to pay tribute to my mother. Which, by the way, she's still alive. So no one. I don't want anyone to think that she's dead. She's not dead. But yeah, like to say like that ball was hit to the moon and back. That would be like a homage to my mother. Or even just simply saying to the moon and back. That baseball's to the moon and back. I'll work on it. Don't worry, I'll work on it. Alright, that's a... Hopefully I could get this done actually relatively soon. That'd be good. Yeah, you know? I'm glad you would think so. I'm glad you think so, Direxia. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Mama Warner getting a little tribute in her son's stream. You're Twitch famous, Mom. Oh boy. Oh boy, the Atlanta Braves are just giving themselves up. They could have made me just work for these. Your 4 vouchers from Griff? Nice. I gotta say, I've been disappointed with Griffey so far. But my hope is that when I get him up to super fractured, he's going to be hitting like he was for me last year, which would be absolutely phenomenal. And I'm just going to say this right now. Everyone better watch out when I get him to super fractured, because he's going to be a freaking beast. But we're still a ways off from that. He's only at tier 1, so still ways. What 4 vouchers do you still need to get, Wolf? Because some of them you could actually just get done like right now. Because a lot of them are cheap. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I know for sure tops and month. Oh, those are so easy, dude. Those are so easy. I think you'll have no problem with those. You just gotta do those tops now moments, and then you gotta do the monthly awards programs. But once you do those, you should be fine. Honestly, those were like, when I was grinding for Griffey, those were the first two vouchers that I was able to obtain. So it won't take you long. You can actually, what you should do is you should like stream doing the like your progress towards getting Ken Griffey Jr. You should do that. That would be good. I know when I was streaming MLB The Show 20, I was really building up or I was starting to build up a fan base. Sent you a host. Oh, did you? Oh, thanks, Shock. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in to Shock's host right now of my stream. I appreciate that, Shock. Thank you. And welcome back, by the way. Welcome back. How about we give Shock another shout out here? Hold on. There you go, Shock. Thanks for hosting me, man. I appreciate it. I wish I could do better with the whole rating thing, because I need to get better at it, because I do want to send people out to other streamers, but I don't think I'm any good at it. I don't know what the problem is. Strike 3, sit down. Sit down, Ronald Acuna Jr. You didn't even win the World Series with the Atlanta Braves. What are you doing on their roster? They won it without you. You are nothing. Alright, well. Let's see. I need a lefty. So, Soto, you're up. Yeah, that's it. That's the last we'll see of Wolf now. That's it. He's gone forever. Oh. Yeah, but this is... I'll tell you what, Direxia, this is like... at this point, MLB The Show, it's... Unless you're just starting the game, it's really hard to be able to stream content. Like, it's just... It's so difficult. Oh, he's out? Dang, Votto. So if you're gonna stream, just know what the that at some point the games that you choose to stream might eventually become like lacking content. I just tell you to stick with it, because I think if you can make MLB The Show 21 interesting when we're at a time where there's really not a lot of content or anything, I think you can really make it as a streamer. You're a 2K player? Okay, yeah, 2K is always popular, especially Pro-Am and the Rec Center and everything. My career, people love that shit. You know, I personally prefer to focus more on the, yeah, how about that? How about we give Direxia a shout out? Let me make sure I have your name spelled right before I do it here, because I don't want to spell it wrong. Yeah, give me a shout out. There you go. I've been having so much fun with this shout out command. This is incredible, the shout out command and everything. Can't thank Unstable Phoenix enough for it. There you go. Alright, I look forward to being part of your streams, man. Yeah, it seems like, hey, you already got the boat going. You got Rocket League, I see you got here. Cool, man. give you a follow. Nice. I actually like, yeah, Rocket League. It's definitely like it's secretly I kind of enjoy that game. I have just as much fun helping people out as I do playing. Absolutely. That's what this is all about. We're here to support each other. Sir, play rock. Sometimes I've streamed, but I was confused. Hey, man. No sweat on that. PlayStation camera or cameras like the one that I'm using right now has a built-in microphone. So if you get the camera with the built-in microphone, you could really, that's really all you need. Yeah, absolutely. Direxia, you and Secret Shock each have the right mindset for streamers, which is helping each other out. Some people just do this because they want to show that they're good at a certain game. But I think people who really take the time to be able to support each other, you know, those are truly the right streamers on Twitch. This is all about community. We're not here to put each other down. We're not here to show that we're better. I mean, believe me, I have no claim that I am good at MLB The Show 21. Quite the opposite, actually. I suck. But I play this game because I enjoy it and because I love talking about baseball and everything. So as long as you do that, I think you'll be fine as a streamer. If you can support more people, hey, they're going to support you too. Sometimes it's only a one-way street and it is what it is, but there are a lot of streamers out there that if you just go and watch their streams for a few minutes and you interact with them, they'll remember you. They'll remember you and they'll come check you out and they'll say hi and you can build a relationship that way. That's how business partnerships are started. Nope, well, I guess I'm sticking with Soto for the save. Actually, did I even get Mariano Rivera up and warming? Yeah, I didn't. Okay, so probably a good thing that I ended up hitting that home run. Probably a good thing. Because I wouldn't have had Rivera warmed up in time to be able to pitch the bottom of the third. Alright, we're almost done here, guys. I will say this about MLB The Show 20 or MLB The Show. I think last year, you know, for as much criticism as MLB The Show had for making it if you wanted like the best cards, like if you wanted Trout, Prestige Trout or Prestige Mantle or any of those guys, then you needed to go online. And for as much as I hated that, at least that forced me to go online. Because if I wanted those cards, then I needed to go online. Now, granted, now what they have is that you don't have to do that because you can just earn XP playing offline. Again, keeping in mind that you earn a lot more XP if you play online rather than if you do it offline, and obviously difficulty factors into it as well. But, you know, for me, the important thing was just get me playing the game. Get me to play the game, and I'll play it. I'll stream it. I'll show it. So, I thought last year was definitely a good way to be able to get people to stream MLB The Show 21, but it definitely frustrated a lot of people like myself who were not very good online, especially Battle Royale or ranked seasons or any of that other stuff. Let's go. Come on, get it to first. Oh, that's only the second out. Here, I thought this was the first out. My God. You're seriously going to put Jock Peterson in? Alright. Whatever. That's the AI for you. No? Strike 3, sit down, game over. There we go. And that'll likely be the end of the map right there. Or actually, no, I have a couple more territories that I have to get in order to complete it. Oh, look at that. Gregory Soto up to tier 2. Nice. There you go. Bat skin. I don't really care much for the jerseys. Yeah, a couple more territories I missed. Alright, that's it. Ooh, we gotta find this pack. Hell yeah. So we'll restart that. What did I get from the 11th inning? Ooh, got quite a bit here. Let's see. Got the Griffey socks, the Mariners throwback jerseys, and then this 5th inning choice packs where I'm just going to get whoever I didn't pick the last time. Right. And, guys, I called it early on, or I was telling a friend, I said, because I was going based off of last year. Last year, I was telling a friend of mine that I would not be surprised if they started throwing in a lot of the boss choice packs from the inning programs in the 11th inning, because that's what they did last year, And my friend's like, nah, they're probably not going to do it because if you get to the end of it, or they're not going to keep the packs around since the programs eventually expire and everything. Well, to my buddy, I say, looky here. We got the inning bosses packs. Unfortunately, we can't get all of them, which is a shame. But we can get a majority of them. So if you're looking for a second chance at another pick, like maybe first inning, you want to. I don't know why people would go with Valenzuela since there's a 99 version of him. So, then the argument can be made for Kenny Lofton. But at least with Kenny Lofton, it's something that you could get offline. That 99 Kenny, unless you grind it online for him, you're not going to get him. So, like with the second inning pack, probably the only good one was Lee Smith. I don't think Jason Bay is all that great. I have him parallel 3, yeah, but still, I don't think he's great. And Don Mattingly, look at that. He's got power against righties. That's it. So if you throw a lefty up against him, he's screwed. All right, whatever. Anyway, just wanted to bring that up. before I go ahead and open up these packs here. I'll start with the ones that I don't, that really mean nothing to me. So I'll get that bet skin, not that I care. Legends icon, I think I have all of them at this point, yeah. So I'll just take this Griffey, or this Ripken one and just quick sell it. And then the classic stadiums, I have all the classic stadiums. So it's just whatever is going to make me the most money. And, oh, yeah, the 42 pack. Let's see. 8,000, 8199 for Willie Mays. Ooh, Babe Ruth went down. Ugh. Just trying to see which one. Yep. Okay, so Willie Mays, 8199. So we'll list them at 8198. There we go. All right. Now let's open up. Well, actually, fifth inning this pack, just whichever one I didn't already select. Hal Newhouser and Greg Holland is the other one. All right, cool. Honestly, I don't care about the Field of Dreams one either. Yeah, because I never usually get anything from it anyway. 5575, 5560, 55. There we go. No, wait. 5575. There we go. Alright, now I feel like we could go ahead and start opening up some packs. Maybe we could get some diamonds here. That'd be a great way to end off this stream. A little diamond pull, maybe a Mike Trout pull. That'd be good. I have yet to pull Mike Trout this year. I pulled him twice in MLB The Show 19. I pulled him once in MLB The Show 20. Now I haven't even pulled him this year. It's like I'm missing that golden horseshoe. You know, but I was able to get freaking Ronald Acuna Jr. several times. So there's that. Alright, let's open up these Ball in His Habit packs. Diamonds? No. No diamonds. Fuck. No diamonds. God dang it. Final Ball in His Habit pack. Can I get a diamond out of this? No, I cannot. So I got a bunch of golds that I can sell off for some money. Or for some stubs. Alright, Matthew Boyd, I'm gonna quick sell him. Capitol Hill, quick sell. I am like aside from Mike Trout, like pulling Mike Trout, I would really like to pull that 99 Yelich as well. Mitch Haniger. Nick Castellanos. Ooh, Madison Bumgarner. He wouldn't be too bad of a pull. Of course I don't get him. And finally, Andrew Vaughn. Yeah. Didn't get him anyway. Even if I wanted him, didn't get him. Alright, I forget which one of these cards I don't have. I don't believe I have either. I don't believe I have either Avisail Garcia or Charlie Morton. So here's hoping I get the rare round. Of course I don't get the rare round. I get the freaking base round. Hold on. 6799. No. No. 6899. So Paul Seawald. Alright, Seawald's it. 6898. Alright guys, you know what? I think that's going to be a great place to go ahead and end this stream off. So thank you to everyone who tuned in, even if it was only for a moment. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a very happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. That way you know when I post my videos. I'll try to post them as quickly as I can, but combining two streams into one definitely takes a little bit of time. But here's the YouTube link if you guys want to go check it out. Again, you can see all my videos from there, literally all the way straight from the beginning with MLB The Show. You could go all the way back to when I first started. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on Twitter at JeffreyWarner3. The link is in the About page that's underneath the stream here, so go check that out. I'll also put it up here in the chat so that you guys can go give me a follow, because I'll always tweet whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. Overall, this was good. We made a lot of progress in the fifth inning. Or not the fifth inning. We made a lot of progress in the 11th inning, which I'm very happy about. And we were able to get some packs. Unfortunately, nothing too great, but yeah, I'll take what I got. So thank you to Curdy B for that raid. I greatly appreciate that, and I am definitely going to hit him up on some emotes, because that would be, I'd like to get those done, and so that you guys can use them when I'm in stream. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So tomorrow gonna be streaming again at 6. I believe I have nothing else planned, so we're gonna probably go back to the Mets Superfractor team build that I'm trying to accomplish. So I hope to see you guys then. Until then, guys, have a great night.